Is it dangerous to label or diagnose mental health disorders? Or is there empowerment in owning an identity to your mental health issues? Do you or anyone you care for struggle with this? Well, this video is for you, or really, just about anyone who knows what it's like to feel sad or crazy sometimes. That's everybody. This is Jacob Schaefer, the Cosmic Rockstar. On this channel, I share music, creations, and talk about life. So first, I'm going to share with you a little bit about my story so I can be relatable with you. And later, we're going to get into the bigger questions. What can we do about it? What can be done? If you've seen in some of my other videos, I had a hard time growing up. I had a really hard time going to school. I didn't want to go. My parents were like, what do we do with this kid? Without knowing what to truly do, of course they're going to bring me to the experts. Something didn't feel right. I knew it wasn't correct. I was forced on a lot of medications and told all these labels. Oh, you're this, you're that. You have this. Oh, I think you have that. You're crazy. Basically, you're crazy. And I was like, I don't know about that. I just need a different option. So long story short, after years of being medicated against my will and being very, very confused, you could say brainwashed about what was wrong with me, I eventually found things like yoga, meditation, qigong, and of course, music has always been there for me, and I broke on through to the other side. I really feel good, mostly. I mean, I know how to feel bad now. I know how to work with the emotions and move through it. Is it okay to label people? Here's my answer. It's dangerous, but it's also helpful. It really depends who you are and what's going on. You see, there's something about humanity. We're all so different. None of us are the same, not even identical twins. There's something different going on with every individual human being on this blessed planet Earth. For real, I promise. Another thing about humanity is that we like to understand each other. So what do? We put people in a box. We put labels on top of groups of people. That takes away our individuality. We are all different, but we all have similarities. And some people have more similarities than others. So if some people are struggling, they might be struggling from the same thing. But some people might be struggling about the same issue, for example, not wanting or being able to go to school, and they might have completely different issues. For real. I ended up in these alternative schools, multiple. I'll tell you, it was an underworld of children. It's really different than what you see in public school or private school. And trust me, I stepped foot in all of them. I know what it's like to at least see inside all of those realms. I was going to school in these alternative schools with a lot of kids who these labels were probably correct. And some of them, they will live with a label for the rest of their life, and it will help them. And some of them are going to live with this label for the rest of their life, and it will keep them smaller than they could be. And that makes me sad. It's hard to label people. It's really hard to label people. It's really traumatic and painful to be labeled if you're not being labeled correctly. But it's also really empowering if you are labeled correctly, and you can really feel good about that. People put projections on other people for good and bad reasons. If we can put a label on someone that is different than most people, then the most people can look at the different person and understand them a little bit better. They're never going to see life through the same eyes and conscious perspective, but because of this label, they can understand them. And you see this person over here who's different, if they vibe with this label, then they might relax a bit more knowing that the other people can understand them. Maybe certain things that people were expecting of them will be let go, and less external pressures that didn't really need to be there. But if this person over here gets mislabeled, it could be very detrimental to them. They may wear this label that one time made sense as a badge of honor for the rest of their life, completely closing off potential forever. So I beg you, if this is going on for you right now, or someone you love and care for, please take a moment to pause and think, is the label correct? And you're not going to know instantly, but keep it in the back of your mind because it really might help you. For example, I didn't want to go to school. Something in me, existential and deep, knew that was not my path. I would get extreme panic attacks in the morning before school. Of course, it was my body's way of being like, nope. So you know what? I was told I had an anxiety disorder. And of course, at the time, I believed it. But I don't have an anxiety disorder. I can't even remember the last time I had a real panic attack. And trust me, I've been through some stressful stuff lately. I have tools that I enjoy in my life to push through intense emotions. Just because a label was correct at one time in your life doesn't mean it's a disorder and there's something permanently wrong with you. That keeps a lot of people stuck from their truest potential for a whole lifetime. I promise you, it's happening every day to so many people. And I want to give you the empowerment to own your identity, to own your experience. Maybe a label is helping you right now, but also it's okay to let it go eventually. Life moves on. If any of this is really hitting home to you, please let me know in the comments. I'd really love to know if this is hitting home to someone. I make videos like this every week, so hit subscribe and give it a like. I'll let you in on a big secret. We all feel pain. We all feel sadness sometimes. Some people feel it more than others. We all feel horrible things and emotions. Just most people don't want to admit it. And if you are a hypersensitive person, it's most likely your gift. And you can transmute that sensitivity into something beautiful. You can probably help a lot of people because you can relate to so many people. So the next time you're feeling really intense, the best thing to do is find a safe space to sit and feel it. You don't need a drug to take you out of the experience. You don't need TV to just shut it off. You don't need excuses. And just feel what you're feeling. And it will pass like a wave. And it may come back like a wave. But there's something powerful and healing that happens when you let the wave of the intense emotion move through you. It's almost like your body starts learning how to cope and how to deal with it. And it gets smaller and smaller and less invasive over your life every time. So that's all I have to say today. Thanks for keeping it cosmic. I'll see you in the next video.